When you go to visit iFixit at CES, of course they're going to be soldering at their booth. What else would they be doing? I'm here with Eric Essen, and he's going to talk to us about their soldering kit and some of the other tools. You're the, what did you say you were, the chief tool?
Chief tool officer.
Very good.
And I understand too that you guys have owned some of our tools for a long time already.
Well, of course we do.
Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, this is FixHub, our new soldering line, and we want to make soldering accessible, and a lot of people are afraid of soldering and to approach soldering and don't think they can do it. And a lot of that's because soldering irons out there, they're 30-watt ones that don't heat up well. People don't have flux. They don't have all the right equipment to be successful in soldering.
Okay.
So we're working to put together an environment where they can be successful. So this is the first USB-C consumer-ready soldering iron. There's some out there that are like community projects, but they're not UL approved, they're not CE approved, they're not retail ready. So this is a 100-watt soldering iron. It heats up in less than 50 seconds. You can buy the standalone soldering iron. It's $79.95, and that can plug into any web interface, and you can adjust all the parameters and stuff on it. Or you can buy it with the power pack as well. The power pack and the soldering iron are $249.95, or for another $50 for $299.95. We do a full kit that comes with everything, including safety glasses, a heat mat, flux, solder, silicone electrical tape, a full ready-to-go in the field soldering kit to tackle any job.
That's fantastic. Now I'm going to ask a real dumb question. When you say USB-C, do you mean USB-C powered?
Yes.
Okay.
So it doesn't. You can plug that into a Samsung or whatever phone charger. Okay. I've actually used it plugged into my MacBook. The MacBook doesn't give it the full 100 watts it would like, so it doesn't heat up in 5 seconds, but it will still work plugged into any USB port that puts out enough wattage, and if it's a USPD where it can do the power delivery communication, then it'll get the full power, and you'll get that 5-second heat up time.
That's very cool. I love that.
Yeah, and the soldering iron is actually just the first tool in our FixHub series. The other ones are still under embargo. I can't talk about them yet, but we will have additional tools in the future that I'm really excited about that will complement it very well.
Can you set the temperature of the soldering iron?
Yes. Everything.
That was from a web interface, right?
Yeah, so you can do it. You can do it with the power pack on the power pack, but you plug it into anything with a web browser, and you can do it in the web interface, as well as there's an Android app, so you can plug it into an Android phone and adjust the sleep time. It's got fall protection with an accelerometer. Everything in it you can tweak and adjust however you prefer.
But if you're on an iPhone, you can't do that.
Well, you can just plug it into anything with an iPhone has a Lightning port. I don't have.
No, they have USB-C. They have for a couple of years now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I don't have. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't. I'm not on a new enough iPhone.
Oh, okay.
So.
Oh no, I didn't mean to shame you. No lightning shaming here.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got an interface in any case that you can get to those changes.
Yeah, you can always. Yeah, no, that's really important. We don't want to require someone to buy something to do that. Yeah. No, the soldering iron is meant to be a standalone tool, and then there's the bonus of the battery pack you can buy. And the battery pack supports over 8 hours of continuous soldering.
Nice. What else did you want to tell us about today?
So we've got the Pro Tech Toolkit. This is an industry standard toolkit. You guys, I understand, own the first version in the gray roll.
Yep.
This has been out for 15 years. We've sold 1.5 million. Over that, we're not sure exactly.
So this is basically, I'm telling people of the audio podcast, We've got little bitty tiny screwdrivers and nut drivers and the spudgers, man, the spudgers are gold.
Actually, here, let me show you real quick. So, for example, these are triangle bits. These fit McDonald's toys. These also fit almost anything with a heating element. Hair dryers, curling irons.
I don't think we got that back in the gray roll, did we?
No, we did have the triangle bits in the gray roll.
I gotta go look more closely.
Yeah, it's been that kit's about 13 years old now, I think. So we've got the penalobes. This bit right here.
The old penalobes.
Yes. This bit right here is an oval bit. It's only used by 1 or 2 European coffee, like really high-end coffee machines. Almost nobody ever uses it. But the idea is this 64-bit kit has the bit to fit every single screw used by in consumer electronics ever.
What is this one that's got like a little U-shape
Oh
thing on
yeah,
it there?
these. Look, next time you're in an elevator, look at how the elevator panel is screwed on. Actually, at the office, when the elevator tech used to come, you have to have an annual elevator inspection. They used to always ask, "Hey, do you have any more of those bits?" So this kit.
Why, yes, I do. Eric's got one in his back pocket, right?
So this is the most comprehensive kit.
Right.
We surveyed. I've read every single not 5-star review that it's ever gotten. I have read every single minor customer, anything that it's ever had over the years. There's not. But anytime there's been a warranty claim on a tool, I paid attention to that. And then we also surveyed our customer base and got over 20,000 responses from our customers, and we asked them what tools you use the most, what tools don't you use. Like nobody normally uses the anti-static wrist strap unless unless you're working in a clean room or certain professional environments. But the normal consumer never uses the anti-static wrist strap.
Also probably not going to work on the elevator.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Or I wouldn't have it with me if I needed it.
Yeah. So we took all that, and then we've got over 100,000 repair manuals with all the tool data.
Sure.
So we crunch all that tool data to actually know what bits are being used the most and are in the most devices. And that's what we use to trim down to create the new Pro Tech Go. And this is our pocket size kit. This will actually fit in a standard blue jean front pocket.
Boys' pockets.
Yes, boys' pockets. Well, girls don't even get pockets half the time.
Exactly. So this gets you down to the most common tools.
Most common. This does 99% of what that does, and is a third the size.
Right. So the Pro Tech Go, and how much does that retail?
It's $49.95.
Nice.
And we timed the launch. This is already available right now in Best Buy and Micro Center, and will be on other retailer shelves shortly.
Very good. All right, well, this is fantastic. I love the company. I love the guides. I had a great time rescuing. I had one friend who had a MacBook that had a bad display, and another friend who had a good display, but the Mac was shot, and I took both of them apart and I made one live. It was one of my proudest moments.
Thank you for saving a device.
Right.
That's the most important thing.
Right.
There would have been 2 MacBooks in a landfill.
That's right.
And now, that's actually how iFixit started. I don't know if you know the original story. Kyle, our founder, he broke the hinge on his MacBook, and he contacted Apple and said, "Can I buy a hinge?" And they said, "No, we don't sell parts." And so he bought a used MacBook on eBay, took the hinge out he needed, and then he listed the rest of the parts on eBay and quadrupled his money. So then just started buying MacBooks and taking them apart. Or actually back then they were PowerBooks.
Right.
The original name was PB Fixit, and then we rebranded as iFixit to be universal for all devices.
Right.
But yeah, no, we started out actually, and when I first started at iFixit, the first couple hours of my day often was just disassembling
to sell for parts
MacBooks and classifying all the parts, and we were almost like a MacBook junkyard in the early days. So we've grown to the point now where we manufacture a lot of parts ourselves. We have our own battery lines going.
So
and things like that.
The guides that you give away for free do so much for the community to feel empowered and to have a good feeling about the company.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel good because I bought your products and they work, and I bought parts and things, but you've got so much goodwill in the community because of the work that you guys do on the guides and the tear downs and everything. Well, what is that little part there? That's great stuff. Great work.
Yeah, well, we wouldn't have those guides if it wasn't for the community also. Like, we do write a decent percentage of the guides, but iFixit's like Wikipedia, and there's hundreds of hobbyists who have their very specific specialty that they're into, whether it's early 70s Mercedes cars, and they will be they're writing guides all the time, as well as thousands of university students are going through our technical writing program all the time, and their assignment in technical writing by all these universities is to write repair guides for iFixit.
Really?
So not only are they learning,
awesome.
but they're also giving to the community and creating content that helps keep devices out of the waste cycle.
That is fantastic. I'm glad we kept chatting past the products. I didn't know any of that. Well, thank you very much, Eric.
Thank you.
And people can find this at iFixit.
iFixit.com.
Very good. Thank you.